Hey everyone, welcome to Steve and Heidi's Hideaway,
where great drinks, great stories, and good company always have a seat at the table.
Hey everyone, welcome to episode number 4. They're just rolling along here, just cranking out those episodes.
Yeah.
Kind of was
snail's pace.
Yeah. We had a very busy July, some of which we'll talk about today. But today's episode is about staycations and how you can have a lot of fun close to home, no matter where you live, and some ways to do that. And we just did that in St. Pete. So
we did.
We'll talk a little bit more about that. And when we were in St. Pete, we had a really good cocktail. So that's going to be our cocktail segment. And so watch along, and then maybe you want to pause and make one. So this is called the Derby Lane. It is at Perry's Porch in downtown St. Pete, right there at the end of the pier. I have to tell you, this reminded me of Ryan's derbies that he would do in California at the long lost 370 Common.
Right.
Delicious. If you like grapefruit, this drink is for you. And if you think that grapefruit is a little too tart, this drink might still be for you, because I'm going to show you something very interesting. So I'm going to walk Steve through this because he's much better at making drinks and I'm good at talking. So we're going to do this. It is called the Derby Lane.
All right.
The very important thing in the Derby Lane is an ingredient they have called fluffy grapefruit juice. I'd never heard of this in my life, and I Googled it, of course. And so what you do is you take your 2 ounces of grapefruit juice. Let's do that in the plastic cup right there. Okay. Then we can kind of see what's happening. Then you take an aerator. We have this for aerating milk in the morning. And yes, I bought it on sale. It was on sale. Okay. So let's move that a little closer here. Yep. And let's start aerating. So you'll see the grapefruit juice, this kind of breaks down all the scientific things in grapefruit juice, and it really makes a big difference. So I would do it a little bit more. Okay. Now we're going to leave that sitting there for a second. The next thing we're going to do is put things into our shaker, because you don't want to shake fluffy juice, I found out. So we've got about 1.5 to 2 ounces of the Kettle One grapefruit and rose.
Vodka.
Mm-hmm. Then we're putting in 1/2 ounce of simple syrup or agave.
Yeah.
We're going to do a dash of regular bitters. Tiny little dash. That's plenty. And then we are going to shake this up. Oh, you have the shaker there. Perfect. Shake it till it's super cold.
Now we've already rimmed the glass.
Yes. Now, a very, very important ingredient here is something that I thought that they had put in the drink, but actually, no. This is vanilla and a little bit of Himalayan sea salt mixed together and rimmed on the glass. This is super important. So now we're going to pour this over the ice.
Okay. We'll put a big cube in there.
Very nice. And the grapefruit still looks very frothy, so we can just pour it over. Sometimes when I was making these, I just, give it a little extra. You want to pour it in. Ooh, very nice. Give it a little stir. And then you're going to garnish it with rosemary. So all of these...
Not Maury Amsterdam or Mary Tyler Moore.
Nope.
For all you old people like
just rosemary. So then when you drink this, you get the smell of the vanilla and the rosemary with the grapefruit. To me, it tasted like a grapefruit, like creamsicle. Tell me what you think. So you may or may not want to taste the vanilla, but it's more for the smell.
Mmm.
Isn't that smooth?
This is delicious. I like the vanilla and the salt together. So I will consume all of this rim.
And so this is super, super delicious. Very refreshing for the summer. So that was one of the things we discovered on our micro break / weekend getaway kind of a thing.
Yeah, we didn't go far.
No, we went to St. Pete.
Maybe an hour away.
Yeah. And that's what the whole episode is about, because I think sometimes people think that vacations have to be intense and airports and
expensive.
Yeah. And you really can start to explore your local area. I also heard this other term this week, which I thought was cool.
What's that?
Town sizing.
Downsizing.
So it's downsizing the vacation. I heard this on Samantha Brown's little feed. It is about not going to a big city,
Okay.
going to a smaller city. So the one that came to mind for me in Florida is like Mount Dora.
Okay.
Little restaurants, or maybe a St. Augustine. You don't have to go to Miami. Maybe you want to go to St. Augustine. Or if you're in Chicago, what would you think of for Chicago?
You can go to Evanston. You can go to Galena.
Yeah.
They have a bunch of little.
What's the cheese place?
That's in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
That's the cheese bots over in.
Is it Lake Geneva?
Yes.
Okay. So that could be a town sizing. I mean, I think
Yeah.
there's that. So just trying to like, you may not want to go to New York City. Maybe you want to go to somewhere in Long Island, or, I don't know, just brainstorming here, but town sizing. So I thought that was kind of cool, because a lot of people we're city people. We love going to cities for the weekend, but a lot of people might want to town size. So let's help.
Go to town.
Let's go to town and town size.
Dunedin around here is another good one.
Dunedin, yeah. So there's all these like really cool little places. So I think we should talk about our little St. Pete staycation.
Okay.
And I think the big thing on staycations is disconnecting. Yeah. Turning off the work phone.
If you're not going far, you have the, depending on what kind of job you have the temptation to keep checking your work emails.
Yeah.
Doing like that. That's not a staycation, it seems like.
Exactly.
Just turn it off. If you took your day off, take your day off.
Yeah. Upping your stress level if you're doing that. So exactly. Turn off your work phone. Don't look at the emails. Pretend you're super, super on vacation. St. Pete, we could kind of do that. We actually did have to work a little bit, but once we got to a certain point, we were able to shut everything off. We concentrated it to downtown St. Pete, and we're not going to spend a ton of time walking you through that. We're going to tell you our highlights. We're going to do some posts on that so you can get like more details on it. But we really wanted to try new bars, of which Perry's Porch was one of them. Mm-hmm. We wanted to go to new restaurants.
Mm-hmm. What was the Italian place we went to?
It was called Bonu Taverna.
Oh, that was for lunch. It was a double Italian, because in the evening we went to Bo and Mo's.
Yes.
Which was, these owners are from Chicago, and they opened up a restaurant in St. Pete. Really good food, really cool atmosphere.
Yeah, great recommendation from our friends.
Right.
It was awesome.
Yeah, that was nice. And the food was great. The drinks were good. The
drinks were very good. I don't like a junky cocktail. And that was delicious.
You hardly drink them. So
no, I'm not going to waste
drink them.
my time.
You're going to drink a good one.
That's right. It was delicious. And the other highlights we did, we went to the Chihuly Museum.
That was really nice.
Yeah. So Steve and I have a good Chihuly history.
Right. We're connected to Chihuly.
We are. Long story short, that was part of the weekend where we got back together, was Chihuly.
Oh, and at the Botanical Gardens.
Yeah. And they actually have the Botanical Gardens from Chicago installation at the Chihuly Museum. Mm-hmm. So it was extra special that day.
It was like an anniversary.
It was. And then we did other things. We walked in odd little boutiques. Anyway, we could go on, but we're going to just leave that to the post. But museums, all these things you could
find. The trolley was great.
Yes. A lot of places have little free trolleys and hop-ons. And so we did that free trolley. We got to see all of the downtown St. Pete. We went to the Vinoy Hotel.
That was great.
Yeah, a lot of histories.
That's your Moldorama.
A Moldorama. Yeah, look for that post.
The hotel.
And if you don't know what a Moldorama is, kids, it's like a 3D printer from the olden days where they used wax. And there's still some of them around. So we just really walked, even though it was hot, walked chocolates. There was chocolate places. Mm-hmm. So really just like taking a look on Instagram.
Wine bars.
Yeah, wine bars.
/ bookstores.
Yeah. So we had fun exploring, and I highly recommend a lot of those places we found just by searching on Instagram, saving posts, and deciding how we wanted to plan out our day. And, we stayed at a hotel. We were at the AC.
Mm-hmm. Nice hotel.
Yeah. Great location. Perfect for walking around everywhere. But this is the thing that I want to talk about, because a lot of people think like, oh, a staycation or whatever, I got to spend money on a hotel. I mean, we had points for the hotel for one night. That was handy. But you can actually be a tourist in your own hometown. I want to do that with Vanex.
Yeah.
I want to spend a little more time exploring.
Venice has a great downtown on the island just to walk around. The beaches are super close.
Yeah.
We can just spend the day at the beach. It'll feel like we're on vacation.
Yeah.
And then we come back to our house in the evening. Yeah. Go out to dinner maybe. Don't cook. on your staycation.
Yeah. And
Unless you want to.
maybe you're even just picking up some carry out to take home if
Right.
you don't feel like doing that. But I think the staycation concept, and you don't have to live near a beach. I mean, we live near a beach,
No.
and I'm grateful for that.
Yeah.
I love that. But, we were talking through this because we've got listeners all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. We now have Argentina. Welcome.
So that along
Bienvenidos, Argentina.
that went along with our mystery listener in Japan.
Yes.
We appreciate you both very much.
And I'm sure.
And the other 5 listeners locally.
Yes. No, we're getting more. We're getting more. We appreciate everyone who's listening. And I bet, and it would be interesting, this isn't one of those post in the comments, but actually I'd be very interested to hear where everyone takes a little, or would like to take a little time off near their hometown. What comes to mind in Michigan, like taking a day and doing the hikes and the farms and,
I could just walk around Clarkston.
Yeah, that could be
I love that town.
Yeah. So I just be interested to hear, because I think no matter where you are, it really comes down to getting out of your comfort zone, doing things and going places that you don't normally do. Because we have our standards.
Restaurants we'll go to.
Yeah.
But we can explore new things, places we wouldn't go to because we're working all day.
Yeah.
We take a staycation. We're able to look around, see what's new.
Totally. And, some of the things that I saw people posting online were doing it could even be a night on the town where you did it a la carte. Like you're like, okay, appetizer from restaurant A, drink from restaurant B, main dish from restaurant C, and a dessert from the little ice cream place in town. So you could do like a whole little vacation in one night. And that's one way to get out and see a new town.
Plus you're trying new spots.
Yeah. The other thing, though, that I wanted to talk about, because, okay, maybe the budget is of prime concern. So how can you do a staycation? And you were kind of talking about it, like, not doing the laundry, turning off the email. And so maybe this is
I was kind of a lazy day, but it's
which
still
is also good.
Am I getting my rest? Am I relaxing?
Yeah, getting out of the normal.
Is it a form of recreation? Yes, it is.
Absolutely. And my mom used to do this thing, I've talked about it before, where she would do, this is olden days of library, pre-interwebs.
The library, yeah.
Yes. But I do love this. She would pick a country. We would go get books. We would go get cookbooks. She would rent, vinyl. And now there's so many things. You can put up YouTube videos, put on a Spotify playlist for whatever country.
Oh, this is the 70s, 80s.
Yeah.
So what did you guys do? What was your thing?
We would go I remember the one that stood out. We had an Italy one, but the Spain one really stood out because I became obsessed with Spain.
So you got books on Spain.
Books on Spain, a cookbook, records. We were listening to music while we were cooking.
So it was like an international day.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
I know. And now, like, you've got YouTube videos and you've got all these online resources. And that's something you can do for a small cost. I think, I remember it. I think kids would love this kind of thing.
You're getting a book from the library. Now you can just look stuff up.
Yeah.
But it would be a small cost unless you forgot to return that book. And then you're running up charges of $60 like I did once for a book that I thought I returned.
Yeah, that would be a very expensive getaway day.
For a 12-year-old.
Yeah, So let's hope that didn't come to the fore.
No.
But yeah, so now guess what? YouTube is free. You can YouTube it, and Spotify, there is a free version. So anyway, International Day. The other thing is like a fun spa day at home. Like you said, just like relaxing, maybe like when we go on vacation, like my thing is I want to like do things and da-da-da. You like to sit and read, but whatever is like relaxing. I would
find a neighborhood pool.
Yeah.
And I just sit there and relax, and you can go off and
just,
do your thing, snorkel or whatever.
whatever
those people who
swim laps
like to go underwater do.
Yes. But during COVID, we did that. This is actually a good COVID memory.
Yeah, that is.
Because, in California, there were very little things that you could do it, but at a certain point, the beaches were open. And we made an Italian playlist on Spotify, brought our snacks to the beach.
It's a little lemon based cocktails.
Yeah, and we pretended like we were in Italy for the day.
And it was kind of easy there because that one beach
kind
of looked like we were in the Mediterranean anyway.
Yeah.
So, not everyone's got that, but it was a fun time. You made do with what you had.
But there are parks everywhere. There are local events. I like to look on Eventbrite for all of the local events. And there
You're
are
really
tons,
good at that, by the way.
there's tons of free things. There's outdoor movies. I mean, there's just so many free things to do. So like, I think the whole point really is you can get out of your day to day, because that's what vacationing is really about. To me, it's like getting out of the day to day. I don't want to think,
vacating.
yes, I don't
Your
want to think
regular day.
about, emails and bills I have to pay and things that are breaking in the house and need to be fixed and my to-do list. I don't want to think about that.
Well, we should always be on vacation so we never have to think about bills.
Well, that would be great, but they do catch up with you.
Oh, yes, they do.
Okay. So now
Which is why we're talking about staycations.
yes. Funny thing. You're going to see a lot more staycations, I think, pretty soon for us. We're trying to be responsible adults. We'll see how that goes. But let's throw responsibility out the window and let's do the quick fire round, Marichin.
Okay.
All right. Best city for a weekend getaway. Let's keep it North America.
North America. I think Chicago, but I'm biased because I grew up there. It's a great food town.
It is.
If you're there in the summer and early fall, it's beautiful by the lake. There's so much to do by the river walk.
Yeah.
Museums.
Yeah.
World-class museums.
So that could be like summer, winter getaway.
Yeah.
So if you're if you're within driving distance of Chicago and you have not been there.
Right.
You need to be there. I'm thinking, and this is all, dependent on where you are. I don't know. I don't know what I would pick.
You'll pick something here.
In Florida, St. Pete or Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale.
I do like Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
I'm always going to say beach, but I do love the mountains. But beach, if it was, Sophie's choice, it's beach.
Okay, good. Pool or ocean?
I'm pool if my body's going in water. I'm ocean if I'm sitting pretty much by the shore and under some shade, because I love the ocean. I love the way it looks. But I'm sorry, this is Florida, and I'm just, still,
you're afraid of the alligators.
Still scared of the alligators.
They're not going to come to that beach. Probably not. Early morning exploring or sleeping in? We both know how I feel about that.
I'm early morning.
I'm sleeping in.
You're sleeping in. But I'm just exploring coffee shops early morning.
Right. So hotel breakfast or local coffee shop? Does it answer that?
I'm a hotel breakfast guy.
Mr. Bougie.
Yeah.
They're very pricey.
Thanks to my mom, I was raised to like nice things, even though we can't afford them.
Okay. One luxury that's worth splurging on every trip. Let's see if we agree on this. I think of something.
I don't know. For me, I'm probably going food, so I'm thinking a nice dinner. Go to at least one nice dinner where you're just making a night of it.
I like that. And if that is not on the budget, I think a nice happy hour drink, like a good quality cocktail at a nice happy hour, to me would be the bargain version of that. Favorite hidden gem near home? Now, don't talk about the pick. We're going to talk about the highlight pick.
But I will say, and I mentioned it earlier, I think the town of Dunedin.
Oh, yeah.
That's beautiful. I think it's a sister city to Edinburgh.
Maybe.
That's right. Something, they have a connection with Scotland. But it's beautiful just walking around the little stores.
Cute shops.
The shops, little restaurants.
Little museum.
Little bar. Yeah, that museum, the park. It's just beautiful up there. And it's, also like an hour away. And I think it's a nice thing to run up and discover.
Yeah, that is a good favorite near our house. Okay, now the hideaway pick. Now, the hideaway pick is going to be useful for people in our area. However, this is my what I want to say here.
Say it.
Okay, I bet that you also have something similar near where you might live.
Of course you do.
Okay.
For this thing.
Right, because, and this is a locally owned situation, or, you might have a chain, because there's also another chain that might work for this kind of thing. So we're doing the hideaway pick for here, but I encourage you all to research this concept in your hometown.
Concept.
Okay, so the hideaway pick for me is fine wine and tastings on Main in Lakewood Ranch, which is a part of Sarasota.
Right. It's a great wine shop that we happened upon when we first moved here.
Yeah,
we didn't know anybody. We had no friends. And your sister said, why don't you go to Lakewood Ranch?
Yeah.
So we walked around there. We saw this wine shop and you said, why don't we go in? We went in and we never stopped going. We used to go for a long time every Saturday.
Yeah, when the weather wasn't so great.
Look, it's owned by a family. Scott owns the wine shop. His mom works there. It's great because they have 2-ounce tastings and
That's what I
5-ounce
like,
tastings.
right? Because I mean, I don't want a ton of wine all the time. And if I'm the one driving, like I just want a little sippy taste. And a 2-ounce is great. You can have a little wine, still feel like you're doing things. And two, I don't know if I like that. So I like to try the 2 ounces. They have the charcuterie board could be dinner for us sometimes. And that popcorn's amazing. They also have a happy hour. So I love it. That's my pick.
It's great. I love being there every time I'm there.
Yeah, never a bad time. And they have a nice selection of wines as well to purchase bottles
Great
of wine.
selection of wines. Great priced wines.
Yeah, fun events. So
Great splurge wine.
So we know not everybody lives in this area.
But there's a wine bar somewhere.
There is a
or
wine
close.
bar. Or maybe there's a little brewery. Or there might be a great little coffee house, like where they're...
Coffee house, bookshop.
Yeah, so find whatever it is for you. Is it a little bakery? Is it a bookshop?
So this is just getting away for a short period of time in the day
Yes.
and then coming back.
Exactly. Shutting down, relaxing, exploring, enjoying some locally owned something near you. Maybe it's a little art studio. Maybe it's an art gallery. But anyway, I would love to see. This is one of those, I'm not kidding, for real, I would like to see in the comments, like what people do and where they do it, because you could be sharing something that other people in your area.
Comments on what?
On Instagram.
On Instagram?
On the Instagrams.
Yeah.
On the Facebook.
We still don't have an Instagram profile just for this.
I think
that's when we need to start doing.
Yeah, we're going to do that today too. We'll put that on the checklist.
And my other question.
Yes.
About our logo.
Yes.
We had chat help us with that, right?
Yeah.
So why is it that there is in a martini glass a cosmopolitan, but there's an olive in it?
For fun and games, and because I was too lazy to change it.
To check it. And that's going to be our logo. We're not changing it.
No,
We're already put it on coffee cups.
That's right. It's happening. It's called Variety is the Spice of Life. Mm-hmm. And you know what? It's also called Keep You Guessing.
Yeah. Or maybe proofread.
Or maybe I did.
But I love it. And now we're never changing it.
No, we're never changing it. That's what it is. But thanks for sharing.
I'm gonna start serving Cosmos with olives.
Thanks for shining that light on it for everyone. You could have let that one go, but no, we're gonna highlight that for the world.
Everyone was thinking it, but not.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it was all in the comments. But by the way, we also are on YouTube.
Right.
For people. We're not doing videos, so it's just a thing, but you never know. A lot of people like YouTube. So we're on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify now. So thanks everyone for subscribing to those.
Yeah, we love it.
It's
all 11
fun.
of us.
And it's just fun. We're hoping that you're trying some of the cocktails too. I'd love to hear what you guys think of this one. But I hope you now subscribe to the thought process
of a staycation.
Mm-hmm. A daycation, a town size, a micro break.
A little getaway,
some downtime. Mm-hmm. But until next time.
This is Steve and Heidi's Hideaway.
Chin chin, au revoir, adios.
Do popaczenia.
All of those things.
Svidania.